OFA presents The Inner Circle.
And away we go!
Starring Coach Ant and Coach Rel.
Because that's your kid.
That's what people assume.
Right.
People assume
right.
that's an
But
assumption.
That's not how it goes.
That's
right.
not how clearly that's not how it
Clearly.
goes, right?
Mhm.
So I think that's what I mean by courtship. That conversation is had before we even touch each other. Before we lay down and touch each other. Hey yo, do you see yourself long term in this joint? And what that actually look like? If worse come to worse, we lay down, we have a kid. Because you got to think in your head. If I have a son, would I want my son to turn out like the dad? I hope the answer is yes. If that answer is no, why you let him nut in you?
I'm gonna take it a step further. You know how many girls I done pissed off with this conversation? And I know Aunt's gonna be like, yes, automatically. This is what I hear a lot. That's with a female. I love you. And my question would always be, why? And instantly they would be triggered to get mad. I don't know. I just do. Is that not enough?
No, it's not enough.
Are you crazy? What?
You're like, what does that mean?
What does that mean? I love you. What? First of all, why are you telling me that?
I can understand because I'm with you on that one. I'd be like, why? What you love about me?
And they
Like,
can't
I
and
wanna
they
know.
can't break it down because it's a feeling, but it's a feeling. It could be a feeling of comfortability that I made you feel comfortable. That don't mean you love me. So and especially too, let's say you do love me, and now in a short amount of time, this is another weird thing people do. They put you on their clock.
Oh man.
So you done told me you love me, and 2 weeks later, I still haven't said it back to you, and you looking at me like, so you just don't love me back?
Yeah.
So hold on, because you said it, that means I gotta say it. You can't even describe to me what you're feeling, and I gotta tell you what my definition of love is completely different than yours. And on top of that, we can't even judge it because you can't tell me what it is. You just know that you have a feeling, and I'm it's such a burden for me to ask you this question because now it's pissing you off because you feel as though I'm questioning you as the person and you don't know what love is.
So look, with courtship, right? Like back to the point that I made earlier in dating, when somebody say that's none of my business, how can you then expect them to update you on their changes that they have made based on their desires, internal, how they think,
It's not your business.
because it's not your business. So now if it's none of my business, you already creating separation from the rip because it's none of my business. So if that's not my business, now you open up a can of worms. What else not my business?
Well, that's because, like you said, like people are in these situations for all the wrong reasons. Whether they don't want to be lonely, whether it's financial benefit or whatever the case may be. But yeah, that's how you gonna come if
Look,
you're in a relationship you don't want to be
even
in.
with courtship financially, if we plan on getting married, even your finances is my business.
You know what?
Because if I got a 750 credit score and your joint is 430, we got to talk about this before I start intertwining finances. These things, this is what I'm talking about. Because now, look, you get married, right? You get married. You don't talk about finances at all. You get married. Now y'all going to go down. What's the next step? Home. Buy a house. You're going to go buy a house. You look up. You like, oh, damn, my joint straight. Shorty, why you ain't tell me you ain't got no money? Like, so you ain't got no, so I got to pay for the closing costs. Yo, we should have discussed it. And this is all, it sounds tedious, but these things have to be discussed. Again, even from a parental standpoint. Okay, let's say you're going to be a stay-at-home mom. I'm at work. I have to know how you think through and through because you're the one that's raising our kids. Are you sneaky enough to say, don't tell your dad this? It's certain stuff you got to pick up on. Like, because if it's dad, guess what you creating? Division in the household. I can only tell dad the serious things. But when it comes to mom, she a little bit more fun, a little bit more understanding.
Yeah, y'all not.
Now you look up as the dad and you like, yo, why you ain't tell me that? I don't know. Because you don't want to tell on mom.
Now you lying.
Like your mom. This is what I mean. This is what I mean by.
I got a question. How many times that your girls come to you in a relationship, like a relationship question, and said, "I'm not happy. What should I do?"
I heard it a couple times.
A couple times, right? Understanding that a relationship is a job. And happiness is not achievable in itself. If you're with somebody because they make you happy, right? That's what a lot of people, he just makes me happy. Okay. Well, what happens when he doesn't make you happy? That should be the next question following up. But it's never not. It's like, oh girl, do that. I'm happy for you. But the relationship is based on duty. Ant said something great. He said it might be tedious. A relationship is tedious. Not only should you have a set criteria based list of what you have to do inside the relationship, that list should be forever growing. Meanwhile, I still am supposed to be doing what was at the top of the list when we got together. Some things may alter out, right? Like in the beginning of the relationship for the first 10 years, dating may be really prominent for you. You may be like, you gotta let me know that we're going on dates because it lets me know that I'm worthwhile to you, right? 10 years later, you could be like, babe, you've invested so much in this relationship. Let's save that money and put it towards the kids. So that may go now to the bottom of the list. But something new came in the list because now we're going to financially save for our kids. So now that's going to be the list should always go on, but dating didn't go away. It's just not as prominent. You know what I'm saying? So the list should be growing and is forever growing, and you should be changing because we always change. But this happiness is a fleeting emotion. You were happy this morning, you may be mad at lunchtime, and then by the dinner time, you may be happy again. That's going to be like a roller coaster of a relationship. So these girls or women that predicate happiness to be something that's prominent in a relationship is crazy to me. I don't date for happiness.
You want to know something?
Yeah.
You want to know something in dating that like I just can't stand when somebody keep tally marks on who say good morning and good night.
Oh yeah, that's too much.
It's certain things because look,
People do that.
Yes, and it also lets you know where your mindset's at.
Yes.
If you got time to say, well, 2 days ago I said good morning, and yesterday I said good morning, and it's the third
nobody
day,
know
you
what
still
else
didn't say
is
good
there.
morning.
And then deliberately, right? Like the fourth day, don't say nothing and just wait and see
Wait for you
who.
to. Yo, I had that
So it's
situation.
like a tit for tat thing.
Yo, I had this
Yeah, I'm
situation.
done here.
I said, "Are you alive?" They was like, "I was just waiting on you to text me because it seems like it's just a me thing every morning."
Yeah, we
like,
done.
Do you never want me to have a good morning?
Yeah, we done here.
Do you even want to talk to me? Yo,
Yeah, I don't got time for that. Cause some mornings I just roll out of bed and I get right to it. I don't even look. Listen.
It's a tit for
We
tat
too
thing.
grown
And
for
look,
that.
this is what courtship. Back to that. Expectations. Expectations gotta be laid out. Like I expect to hear from you every day. But what does that mean? How? You expect to hear from me? What? 15-minute check-ins?
Yeah,
because some girls that needy.
Well, I'm like that. I know. Like
you-
you're not gonna go all day. Like you don't gotta text me good morning. I understand. Like, but you're not gonna go all day. Like if lunchtime come and go, and it's still no, hey, how's your day? Like you okay? Like I could have not woke up this morning, and you still wouldn't have known because you know what I'm saying. So it's just like little stuff like that. I feel like it's important just to let your person know, like, I'm thinking about you.
You want to know something else that popped up in my head, and actually reminded me of Tory Lane's situation and Megan Thee Stallion.
Tory always get brought
yeah,
up.
it actually reminded me of that. And then what's the dude she was with at the time?
Park.
I don't know.
I forget his
can't tell
name.
you.
But I'm gonna tell you why that popped up in my head. If you don't really truly know who you with in courtship and which is intentional about getting to know their character, then you don't know how to defend them. Imagine I'm the boyfriend of Megan Thee Stallion, right?
Mm-hmm.
She go have an interview with Gail King, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she like, I didn't have sex with Tory. I'm thinking you telling the truth because in our relationship you seem pretty honest. We look up, they pulled a discovery. Not only did you have sex with Tory,
Yes, sex.
You know what I'm saying?
Bunch of it.
in court, this has to come out because you got to tell somebody the person have to know what they're dealing with. As a man, you are putting me in a line of fire if I cannot protect you if your character is not intact. Because I can't if like you said, pass, right? You got to pass.
Mm-hmm.
If we together and I take you on, I have to understand what comes with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if there's other things that happen throughout the time and I don't know about it, and somebody else, they got ammo over me at that time, I can't defend you.
Put you in the best.
It put me in a bad space. Courtship puts you in position to where you never in a bad space. Because everything is so intentional that y'all can't hide from each other even if y'all tried.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what makes courtship more difficult. You want to know what else happens in courtship? I didn't get a chance to talk about this on the shade room, but I should have brought this up. At the end of courtship, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to work. It might not work.
Mm-hmm.
But you want to know the difference between dating and courtship in that area? Every person I ever dated, it's this weird thing that happens no matter how long we was together. We just got to forget about each other at the end of it.
That's the hard part.
It's like the Men in Black flash. Let's just clear out my head. Now, here's the thing about me. I really forget something. I look up if somebody else in a relationship for 2 years, you start asking me details, I ain't got nothing for you. But I understand how the lasting effect can happen in somebody else's life. So I take that into consideration. Courtship, you get to know somebody's character intentional from day one all the way throughout. That even if it ends, it never would end bad. Y'all just would be good friends.
Mm-hmm.
That's the dope part about courtship. So, but it's the most difficult thing to do because you're not going off of vibes. Everything is kind of, you know what I mean? Like it's laid out. It's laid out as time goes on. So it makes it a lot more difficult.
And it burns quicker.
So when y'all are courting a woman, are y'all having sex with her too?
Well, no, let me say this. Disclaimer. You're not supposed to.
Okay.
You're not supposed to. But that's also for me, and like I said, I can say this publicly because I say this to people all the time. Even people I disciple. That's literally the stronghold for me. If I'm ever in a situation, that's why I'm so disciplined.
Mm-hmm.
If I ever was in a situation to where I laid down with a woman naked, ain't no Holy Spirit about to tell me don't hit it. I'm hitting it. Because if I got naked with you, that means I trusted you. I don't just lay down naked with anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody could just touch me. I just don't have sex with anybody. But if it got to that point to where I'm laying down naked with you, it's going down. And then we could repent later and talk about it later. But the boundaries and parameters that I put up for that not to happen is so strong that it's just like, that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why people trust my character, because these things are laid out. Because when it comes to other things, I could get over that. But lust, I say this all the time, like in the faith. Imagine this, bro. Imagine people had sex with people that only check 3-4 boxes, right? Imagine you got a woman that check all 10. That's gonna make it easier to not have sex or harder?
I think harder.
Harder.
Yeah.
So now what? now what? What happens after that? Because what's gonna happen is people start figuring out you having sex. Now they questioning your character, your calling, all that stuff that come into play. But we got to be honest. This is why pastors fall. You wanna know why they fall? Because they're not honest here. They like, you know what I mean? I like her, I had sex with her, and now we gonna keep it a secret. Just don't tell the first lady.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you got a lust problem. You had a lust problem since you were 7.
Yeah.
When do you actually address it and say, you know what? I know what that demon is on my back.
Yeah.
Let me set up boundaries, parameters until I'm delivered from it. Because God don't deliver you from everything instantaneously. He got to watch and see if you actually committed to it.
Mm-hmm.
So for some people that might judge, theirs might not be lust. Theirs might be manipulation. For others, it might be self-righteousness. For others, it might be, give me another sin, drinking.
Gambling.
That's
a big one.
Smoking. It might be something like that. Whatever it is. Like gambling. It might not be looked at as like the top 5 sins. All sins we all know is weighted the same. But let's say somebody is self-righteous and they be like, well, gambling not that bad. We did the health equity, John. I brought up the homeless dude that I met over there at the Love Park. His name is Creation. He worked on Black Wall Street. He was a multi-millionaire. Now he homeless. You want to know why? Gambling. He lost everything. His house, his cars, his wife, his kids, everything, because he didn't know how to stop spending money. That sound detrimental, just like lust. But if you allow people to tell the story, they'll start leaving out certain parts of that.
Mm-hmm.
We got to be able to look ourselves in the mirror and say, yo, what's my biggest struggle? And how do I put boundaries, parameters to this until God delivers me from it? How can I put myself in such a space of discipline where I'm not dealing with like I said, I could tell that's why me and him click the way we click. Me and him never said that to each other. Like, yo, I was thinking about my kids that I ain't never had. I just know him. I just know his character.
Mm-hmm.
I can't look around. When I look around my city, where we from, who else can I say that about? That's why I had to go connect with somebody outside of the city. Because I look around, I'm like, yo, bro, you would nail anything. You would know anything.
Yeah.
I remember sitting at my great grandma's house around my cousins. Shout out to all my cousins. A lot of cousins, a lot of boy cousins. And my uncle walked in and he was like, I know, like, it's like 12 of y'all sitting around here. I know 8 of y'all had STDs before. Like, he just randomly said it. And they was like, I started laughing. I started laughing, right? And I noticed that niggas wasn't laughing. Right? So I look, and I kind of like, yeah, nah, I ain't gonna lie, I was burnt before, but everybody was. And they was like, yeah, no, I was too. And I'm like, nigga, I wasn't. That's the dangerous of dating. I remember a girl told me, the good thing I got discernment, it was this girl I was talking to. And she was pretty, really, really pretty. And I don't know why I asked her, but like and we was only talking like 2 weeks. I told her like on the like that 14th day, I said, yo, you got STDs? That's what I asked her, like randomly. And who asks that? Me.
Yeah.
She snapped on me. She called me 5 o'clock in the morning the next day. I thought she butt dialed me. I answered the phone, she crying. Something I got to tell you. What's up? Last night you asked me that I have STDs and I didn't know how to say it. I got HIV and I have herpes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, double combo.
I said, oh, she's trying to cook me. Because prior to me asking that, the conversation was, when are you flying out here? This is what I'm talking about. So because she look and go, you're a man of God, I expect you to take this on or tell you later and we built some type of equity. And then like, to the point that you made on the pod a couple weeks ago when you was like, yo, sometimes, like when it comes to the serious stuff, sometimes you gotta let them know. You don't think you was gonna, why I had to ask you that?
Yeah.
If you try to cook me, you want to know what I said to her next? God bless you. You know what she said to me? So you just gonna leave? Yes.
Absolutely. Let me ask you a question. Has a man ever asked you before? Has a man ever asked you before? That's getting to know you and pursuing you. What are you willing to forgive?
No, nobody ever asked me that. But I learned not to tell a man too much and getting to know him. And maybe I don't know if that's right or wrong. Y'all can tell me.
But oh no, okay, go.
I refrain now from telling guys like that whole what do you look for in a man? Because what I learned is that when you tell a man what you desire in a man, he pretends to be that. And I got that's how I got hoodwinked a couple times. Because it's like you giving them exactly what they need. Oh, you want a man who's this, and that. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm gonna go be this, and that long enough for you to believe that I'm actually that. Mm-hmm. And when you fall hard enough, you gonna learn I'm not none of that.
You ever see them dating cards?
Yeah.
That's the questions on there.
What?
What do you look for in a man? But the difference between the courtship questions is intentional, right? So if you came in there with intent and knew how, like, for instance, it's a weird question, but it's a great example. Guys be like, what's your body count? I don't, unless I'm chilling with friends and we're just having an open conversation, I'm never going to ask a girl body count. I'm looking for things in the conversation that you're saying. I'm looking at body language. I'm letting you know where I can tell a hoe from a mile away easily. If we're playing a game and a question is asked and she is snarkling, like, like she's so giddy and she's enjoying the context of this conversation so much.
What if she just knows something about somebody else?
Like, you could tell when why are you so happy about these questions? Like the question be like, who's good at sucking dick? And she just sitting there.
Well, maybe she thinks she's good at it. What's wrong?
Right. But
maybe she just thinks she's good at it.
Hold on, let's work it back. Let's work it down. How did you become good at it? And what lets you know that you're good at it? So you enjoying it. And on top of that,
some people could be naturals.
And on top of you enjoying it, you letting it be known to a whole group of strangers of men. That's, to me, that's good enough.
Oh yeah, we out there.
We got 10, there's 10 guys in the room, there's 10 girls in the room. We playing this game. And you're letting it be known you can do things in silence. We could play this game and there be things in silence. There's things about me.
Then I might as well leave while y'all play this game, because if I can't play,
No, you
without...
could, you could play and you could be open, but this is the thing. You should always be, and this is the thing. Like when Ant was saying how he is, right, and why we connect. You can be, and I think this is where people go wrong. You can be yourself, but you shouldn't always give all of yourself. Because you don't know who's in the room, what opportunities with you being yourself. Like, I'm blunt, but when I walk into a room full of new people, I'm not gonna just be all myself. I'm gonna dial it back, because I don't know if I'm gonna turn somebody off from an opportunity. They'd be like, I like his realness, but this job opportunity or this person, this thing I had in line is because he's way too much for what I thought it could be. Versus if they have a conversation with me, I can reel it in and be like, oh, I can be this in an example. I could be this. When you're too much of yourself, it's like the last pod we had where there a couple girls are like, oh, I'm just going to be me. I'm just going to be me. Well, you're going to isolate yourself. And what you're not understanding is no one in the world accepts you for you 100%. They got to get to know you and see that level of investment and be like, oh, I didn't know that, but that was pretty cool. Or like, I didn't see this coming from her and I can accept that. But this whole, I'm just going to be, nowhere in life do you get that. And you don't even go, the craziest thing is, you should, when you're going to get a job, I know you're out the job market, but when you were going for jobs, right? That person that showed up that day is how you should show up. It's crazy to me how everybody puts their best foot forward when they're going for a job opportunity and change their whole persona. Voice change, got their hair a different way, got made sure they're done up from head to toe. But when they're presenting themselves amongst their community, amongst friends, oh, now we can just be. No, you should that should be who you should carry yourself, and only Ant should know. Behind closed doors, how, oh, this is the real Rel. Not everybody can get Rel, and not everybody can get Ant.
I don't say, it's plenty of rooms we walked in where, like, unless we spoken to, we don't talk. And we could talk with the best of them. Like, because it's with character comes also active listening. And people, that's why we got 2 ears.
Yeah.
I could sit in a room and not say nothing. Or I might ask like certain questions. Like he could pick up on it because we got the same like wavelength of how we think. I ask certain questions and then just watch how everybody react around the room. Yeah. And then sometimes he'll call it out like, "And set y'all up." Like, this is because I be needing to know who I'm around. Like I be needing to know, like, all right, I'm about to see something. I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna watch it for, you know what I mean? Being intentional about those things. But again, presenting yourself as somebody lady, you got to always remember, one, you're a reflection of them, and respect should always be the number one thing there. So you just got to be careful about what you say, when you say it, how you say it.
Yeah, that's why if I was in a relationship, I wouldn't be sitting in a room full of single people playing no dating game.
Well, you could do it.
So I don't think that you should. If your person's not present.
Present or non-present,
I don't think that you should, because like you said,
you don't got single
why
friends?
Are you? Huh?
You wouldn't have single friends?
If I'm in a relationship, though,
you still got single friends?
I have single friends, yes, but I'm saying though, like, I probably wouldn't partake in that, because typically a dating game is to get to know the person you're dating.
No, it's different. It's different. No, well, not necessarily.
I have one.
Like Truth or Dare. Like, it might be something like that. It might be something like a game that y'all just playing. Maybe a girls' night. Y'all just playing.
Oh, see, but me, I'm a sore loser, so I don't care. I'm not answering that. But you got to. It's a dare. You got to.
And that's fine. That's part of character.
Okay.
That's good character.
Yeah, that's okay.
Because there's certain things. You know where this is good, like marketing, like you said, right? A real person, when you know the change of the real word, but it's like they've made it to the point where they sell this thing as a real person, not understanding you didn't sold everything to this person, and they had to do nothing. I done known Ant for the length of time that I know Ant. There's things I don't know about that man, and there's things I'm never gonna know, and there's things once we get to a certain stage in life, he'll let me know. He don't owe me his information. People feel as though they are owed information and just throw their information out, not understanding you can't get that back no matter what you do. When you send somebody something, you tell somebody something. I tell this to my kids all the time. You tell someone something one time, that is no longer your information. I don't ever want you sitting in my face talking about, I'm so mad so and so told everybody about. Once you felt it was in your nature to go tell this person about yourself, that information belongs to the world now. So if you told your best friend that you slept with so and so and this will never get out, you wanted it to get out. A part of you wanted it to get out because you told somebody else, and you cannot control that person. And you can't sit here and, well, I trusted her not to say anything. Why? She can't get drunk. She can't. You think that she not laying next to the person she love and not telling him? Because you do it. I know I've done it. Yo, so and so just got caught up. I'm telling my girl.
Yeah, especially pillow talking.
Yeah,
right?
pillow talking is crazy.
Yeah.
So, and now your girl go and she tell Big Mouth, the one that tell everybody everything. Girl, we had a girls' night. Oh, it slipped, babe. You told about Jerome? Yeah, everybody about to know about Jerome.
Yeah.
Jerome about to be calling me, bro. You're the only person I told. I told my lady. My lady got drunk, told her friend.
Yeah.
Big Mouth told everybody. So unless you don't want that information out, you hold that to you.
And I think that's the difference in between, again, the topic that we brought up earlier. Like the main topic is dating versus courting. And you also have to understand, like me being on the Shade Room, I understood it wasn't going to be received 100%. But I was also cool with, I appreciate y'all having me on this platform, and whatever he'll ears hear differently. Whoever about to hear me is about to hear me. And if you look at the effects of your life, regardless of how it's coming across on my delivery or whatever the case may be, however because some people operate in the spirit of offense. You got others that can look at the effects of their life and go, you know what? He right. He know what he's saying. So now, in closing, here's something that I would want y'all to do. As far as y'all younger selves, take yourself to your first date or the first time you locked in with somebody all the way up into now. What advice would you give yourself based on dating versus courting?
Oh, this is easy.
What would you say to your younger self as far as those things right there if you had to give your younger self advice? We can start with Ralph.
This is easy. Don't date nobody. Don't date nobody until, I would say, the age of 25 to 27. I would say focus on building yourself, your endeavors, building up your hobbies, making sure you're financially stable, being the person that would attract the person that you want, right? Like, a lot of dating is convincing the person of who you are, letting your character speak for you. And what you're able to do. So if you're able to travel the world, they'll see that through your messaging, from your experiences, from your culture, the way you're talking. And then from your finances, they'll be able to see what you're able to do. And then from your life journey, they'll be able to see that you're associated with all these different things. So I would just say, focus on yourself. I think just a percentage out there, because I like stats. I think it's 96% or 97% of high school relationships don't work. So you spending this whole time in high school chasing this person while they're trying to figure themselves out, and they don't, regardless of how hard you work anyway, it's not going to last. So I would just say focus on yourself, build yourself up, and you will attract what is necessary coming your way from the things you've earned and garnered through life.
Okay, thank you. What would you tell yourself?
I'm thinking more so like, that age where I was coming into adulthood, 18 and early 20s. Because we have this idea that our 20s is to have fun. And that might be true because we're young, whatever. But be mindful of the type of fun that you're having. Because the things you do today are going to affect your life, and how you feel and what you think you want today, that's not always going to be the same. Yeah. You're going to mature, you're going to grow, you're going to learn, and you're going to learn very quickly that what you thought you once wanted was never what you wanted at all. So just be mindful and don't take this YOLO thing. You only live once, because you don't only live once. If you're a believer, you know that life is eternity. So, you got to be mindful of that and not be so careless, because I know me, I was very careless. Like, we got time. You don't have that much time.
Me? Man, courtship has to be the norm. Courtship got to be the norm, like, around here, because it's going to build the necessary, like, movement that we need in order to sustain lasting relationships. I think that's the question that everybody is having an issue with. You can go out and get married tomorrow, but how do you sustain
Mhm.
the actual relationship? Courtship.
Mhm.
Because in courtship, you're building a friendship, and marriage then turns into a glorified friendship. Reason why dating don't work is because people skip over the friendship phase, and then once the romance and the emotion is out of it, you have nothing else to. That's where they disrespect. They start talking to you a little bit different. They start playing with you now. Why? Because the respect not there. You look like an enemy now. Why? Because we was never friends. So I think that's the thing that we should operate on. But yeah, close us out.
Well, that was a good one.
Go
Help
ahead.
me out here, y'all. Well, thank you guys again for tuning in to Our Friendly Advice. We had some really good discussion concerning courtship and dating. Feel free to like, subscribe, and comment below about what y'all thought today. Give us your 2 cents, your experience in being courted or dated. But there we have it. It's a wrap.
Peace.
Eesh. What's up, y'all? If y'all like with this conversation that we've been having, the inner circle, man, first of all, if you want to be a guest, feel free to hit us up, man. We're going to look into your credentials, see who you are. If you fit the criteria, then feel free to sit down on this couch right here, the hot seat. And another thing, like, subscribe, and lock in with us on all social media platforms, Our Friendly Advice. And to visit our website is ourfriendlyadvice.net. You can book us there. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day.